So I was thinking before, like, why am I so eager to make these duck videos in the park and just talk about horrible shit? And I guess it's because, obviously I like to be heard. Anyone, I think, likes to be heard when they're going through horrible things. Um, and on top of that, I like to share the good stuff with people. I've always loved to do that. Share my goofy pets, funny things that they did. I'd always share that on the social media, and people loved it. The wit that I used to have, and I'm sure it was all born from the interactions of the pets. It was pretty much just me mooching, creativity from the animals, I guess, because they're a great muse. And anyway, I really miss that. Life is pretty shit when you can't share it with anyone. Both of it, the terror, the horror, and then the good joyous stuff. And obviously, if we want to be able to share stuff with people, you gotta like bear your directed energy weapon neurocross in secrecy, and and then you're allowed to have friends, and you can share the good stuff with them. And it's torture. That's fucking awful. It's fake, and it's I don't know how to say it eloquently. It sucks. I just miss being able to share things with people. So I guess that's why I make these videos, walking around the park. Um, to film the goofy ducks and share that with someone, because they are hilarious. They are fucking joyous, and they're my big cope. And I want to be able to share that with people that I resonate with, that go through something similar at least, or at least see the fucking evil in this world that runs it and all that. I want to share it with similar people. And then doing that, of course, then there's all sorts of other negative things associated with that. Like, I meet a guy, I bump into a guy at least in the park um, quite often, and he often has this awkward vibe, especially like the last year or so. Whenever I meet him, and I just wonder, I can't help but wonder, did he see some of my videos? Because who knows where they go on YouTube. If someone's looking up nature videos, as this person probably would, maybe they do come across my videos. And if they had, they're probably not going to tell me. Uh, it's just a really fucked up predicament. It shouldn't ever be like this. It shows how, like, and I don't care using the victim word, that's the most honest thing, I don't know how else to say it. The human targets of evil, the victims, uh, that's the place we find ourselves in, because society likes to play pretend that these MK Ultra trauma horrendous COVID abuse things don't happen. It likes to play this game, like it won't accept it, it won't go there, it won't have the balls to acknowledge it. And so we're left you know pretty much having to live a fake life, and it's stressful. Whereas the ones who do the shit, they should be the ones stressed out of their brain that they're going to be exposed, and there'll be a lynch mob coming for them. But it's never like that. So yeah, I occasionally bump into. There's a couple of people that I bump into there, and one guy in particular, I always wonder, has he seen the videos when, there's a bit of tension I can sense, because I am highly sensitive to energy and that sort of stuff from decades of abuse. And if the guy did come across the channel, he would have inevitably like watched a few videos, just out of interest, and he would have thought, fucking hell, My word. It's just crazy, man. Thinking like someone you meet, you know, they're gonna hear all this. It's basically like the inner monologue that I just spill out onto YouTube, just as a way to vent a little bit, to be heard somewhere finally. And it's crazy to think, you know, this guy that just some random guy I meet in the park, he's gonna come across that, and that'll all be totally new to him, you know, and it'll probably like I don't know what sort of mental effect it would have on him, you know. He'd probably go into the denial, like, oh, that's not real, he's crazy, he's a schizo man, you know. I'm not. He's never gonna tell me, obviously, because that would just be awkward. He's never gonna say he found my videos, or maybe he didn't find the videos, and it's just for there's something else that makes him feel awkward about me. Who knows? But yeah, it's a bit of a frustration, you know. I love to film the ducks, and they're so goofy, you know. You have such a great time some days, like as close to a great time as you could have nowadays. They have a great time, at least. They see the excitement in them. I still get a little bit of joy just seeing them happy, you know. The empathy thing, I guess, is it's nowhere near as fun as things used to be, you know. I'm just kind of numbed and jaded and exhausted from the frequencies and the too much EMF in my bedroom, and you know, in the family situation, the covert and overt narc, that you know, the organic variety of drainage, um, and never any damn answers, you know, and then just the usual shittiness of being awake in a world with oblivious NPC sorts, you know, that kind of lucky enough to never have had enough abuse to wake up. But yeah, it's just a shame, you know. I just love to share things and share it with the family, like try to share some of these lovely duckling videos I get and stuff, ultra slow motion, and these beautiful ducklings, and they don't really value it, you know. Narcs just kind of like me, you know. Ew. It's just like, you know, you talk about anything with them and they're just unenthusiastic. It's crazy, man. What a crazy life. Like ducksnDEWs, ducks and DEW YouTube. I'm not being a hater. Ducks and directed energy weapons. You know, what a crazy world. Strange combination, but you know, it makes sense to me. It's like you know, clinging to some light to cope with all the dark. Makes sense. But you know, it's a pretty discordant combination for like a normie, you know. If they see the duck content, oh, this looks nice and innocent, and then, ugh, what's this? And I guess they just, you know, they just go, oh, classic schizophrenic, you know. He needs, you know, they go out into the nature and they get angry with society, and you know how they've designed that smear to fit identically with the symptoms of abuse and how you cope with abuse. You know, when I read about those mental illnesses, that they never figure out how it actually all started. You know, it was never like frequencies and ritual abuse or whatever, repeated trauma deliberately done. It's always like, oh, we don't know how it happens, but they you know, they start to hear the voices, and it's not like it could have been the V2K. They never say that, or not. I don't hear the voices, but you know, I don't know why. I'm lucky like that, I guess. Must be fucking horrible. Really must be another level of you know, I don't know how they people who hear the voices, you guys. I don't know how the heck you like manage to even talk to anyone without being like, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to talk, and it must be horrendous. But yeah, they design these fucking smear fucking diagnoses, and they what's the word? I don't know the fancy jargon, but they're like, well, we're going to do this to them. We're going to stalk them, and then we'll say that's a delusion. Paranoid delusions, and then we'll say that they're grandiose and heightened sense of self-importance, because no one would be after you. And they never say, like, why. They'll never say, like, why anyone would be after you, and there are quite a few genuine reasons. And then, yeah, from what I've read about schizophrenia, it's like they just drop out of society and get very angry, and they want to be left alone. And it's like, well, that's exactly how you would behave if you were being gaslighted by everyone, by people who refuse to listen to you and look into what you're saying. You're just going to be fucking seething and being like, fuck you, NPCs, I'm just going to hang out alone. Just going to hang out with the ducks because they commit far less quackery. I can't remember all the other smears about schizophrenia. I think there's something about a hand on your... It feels like a hand pressing down or a weight pressing down on your neck. And, I experienced that actually, and I think that was just... Because it would only happen in my home, in the countryside. When I got outside and that, it would stop. It's definitely... in my instance at least, it's definitely very, like... region specific. Like, they couldn't do half the shit to me that I experienced when I got out of the house. So I don't know what all that is about. I'm not sure, but just rambling. I'm gonna make a proper testimony video thing, just because that's something I've always wanted to do. I've been meaning to do it a long time, and probably the fucking MK that's prevented me from getting around to doing it. The fire's kind of burnt out now, and I'm not as seething and motivated to expose it anymore, because it's just, I see the futility of it. I watched the Barry Trower videos. He's just posted Roy's just posted another good one on Targeted Individuals United, and I see, like, the city, it's possible we're all under fucking this, apathy and forgetfulness, fucking mind control frequencies. Who knows? I see a lot of people's memories are bad, even people who really look after themselves. But yeah, it might be an interesting listen, at least, the so-called testimony thing. One weird thing, there was this fucking drone hovered over my bedroom at like 4 a.m. and then when I saw it, it was like... It went off to, like, the militarized meth head from that country you're not allowed to name. Went off back to his place. And ever since then, directly under where the drone was hovering, the carpet was hot. The carpet was very warm. And you really notice it in winter, the cold carpet, and then there's this warm spot. And it was warm right till we were going to move out of the home. And then, I don't know when it stopped, but the carpet got replaced. And as I say, I don't know if it stopped before that, but I remember remembering about it when the carpet was getting replaced, and I felt around that concrete and the warm spot wasn't there anymore. So I don't know, like, I have a hard time thinking it was due to, like, something like mold in the carpet. I think that's a bit of a fucking long bow to draw. But yeah, I do wonder if it was some sort of, like, drone, like a GPS tagging thing for the directed energy or something. If it is, assuming it is satellite based, part of it at least. I mean, who fucking knows? Maybe it's, like, combination things, you know, ground based for certain things and then satellite for other things. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the 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 gormlessness of this mental health system, I think they feign the gormlessness, and they're just, you know, fearful flying monkeys. They don't want to know, because if you say some of the stuff, like there's a drone, like just what I said about the drone hovering over the fucking house and this, it's like, how could you have an organic delusion that that happened? I don't know if people genuinely do have any sort of organic delusions or hallucinations. I don't know. I don't know if it's all just blue beam and technology shit fuckery. Who fucking knows, you know? It's never going to be researched, never going to be looked into and investigated with proper science. But you know, we've all got these, what's the word, like anecdotal evidences, and like we've all got accounts that overlap each other, and I think they're as good as evidence, pretty much. Just rambling now, but yeah, anyway, the lens cap on rambles are less guilt laden, at least, because you know, it's not going to be put into the feed of a nature lover on the YouTube. I mean, I guess I could spread awareness about it more like that. The algorithm did seem to send around the Mr. Hoppy, you know, rap star duck video, that when the duck was having a rap battle with the beatbox rapper over the far side of the river. But I feel guilty, you know. I guess I could, as someone suggested, and yeah, someone suggested to me I could set it to like R18, to the restricted adult setting. But I mean, in this world, man, people are, it doesn't matter what age they are, they're still naive and innocent, you know. Most of them go through their whole, well, I don't know about most people, they might be faking it, mightn't they? But I think most blue collar people are pretty innocent. I do suspect, this is just a suspicion, I think the academic people, there's a filtration process that happens where the cluster Bs, or the left side of the brain sort of people, either people that won't wake up because they're too spellbound and indoctrinated, or people that maybe they do wake up but they haven't got the morality to not go along with it and to create a problem for the system. I think those people all get funneled and, you know, filtered or whatever, steered, pushed into the professions of power, like psychology, psychiatry, law, police, politics, medical, council. I guess that's how it goes. I don't know. But yeah, just totally rambling, but oh well, it's what it is. You know, pretty happy to be able to string a sentence together. You know, this is progress for me, compared to my early videos at the beginning of the channel. Because you do and ah a lot after you've been mentalcided, and it, you know, it's ongoing, isn't it? It doesn't stop, but there's that severe trauma in the beginning. So yeah, I mean, setting the videos to adult, it wouldn't really matter anyway, because there's still a fuckload of innocent adults that, you know, would be damaged by hearing these videos, I guess, and I'd feel bad for that. But just an ongoing conflict I have, because it's like, man, people need to wake the fuck up because they're being abused, and they need to see it to stop it, to, you know, to try to not, I don't know, to try to resist it a little bit, I guess, you know, to at the very least to not be a manipulated flying monkey of the evil system, you know. It's the least you can do, to not be one of these activated gaslighters and mockers of truth speakers and of people who have been through absolute hell. You could at least, like, that's the least someone could do, is not be a useful idiot gaslighter, basically. But yeah, anyway, I would love to share my duck videos. Yeah, kind of lucky to at least have that, to at least have a place to go and have some animals in my life. But yeah, it's just that that guilt, I guess, that I'm a bit wary of what I put on. I will start another channel, I think, but it's just I want to only put quality stuff there. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so that's why I haven't done that. Yeah. Oh yeah. If anyone's listening this far, like, sorry you haven't got anything better to do. But if you are into like video editing and that, like if you could let me know like the simplest one that you know of, that would be great. Um, yeah, I've got VDSC. I haven't really given it a go yet properly. Um, I don't know if there's going to be a watermark or not, but it's meant to be easy. But I think these MFers who run this place, I think they deliberately made everything very technical. Since YouTube got rid of their free editor about 15 years ago, or however long ago it was now, and it's just so that it was difficult for, I believe at least, so that it was difficult for artistic, people who are generally right-brained and don't understand technology very easily. I think they deliberately made it difficult just to frustrate and thwart us, from making, you know, creative projects, or like the political stuff that a lot of us creatives are kind of passionate about as well, the political truths. Yeah, because that YouTube editor was really easy to use. Just drag and drop, and audio and music, timeliney thing as well. Yeah, none of them are that easy anymore, unfortunately. Anyway, just a sprawling Sunday ramble. I think Yuri Bezmenov must have meddled with my skybox last night, because I was going to try to watch some football like a good sheep, but it wouldn't work, and then it had a hard drive hard drive error, so it's probably all my saved football is gone. But oh well. That's one good thing about all this horrendous trauma, is like you tend not to fret the trivial shit like that anymore, whereas that would have set me off before, before all of this shit. Anyways, hope you're all coping all right. Hope you're getting enough nature and peace to recharge and repair. Yeah, all the best.